Hey guys, my name is Vanessa D. I am a 2026 bride. I am getting married in November of 2026, and I want to take you guys along with my journey that I am going through with wedding planning, being a mom, my day-to-day life, and everything that's going on and how I do everything. So basically, I am not having a wedding planner, but a wedding coordinator. I am doing a lot of things myself between rentals, going over everything, picking out a venue. We are in the beginning stages of planning. I have booked a venue. I also have a coordinator, picked out a month of coordinator. I have looked at a lot of my vendors that I want to work with. So I'm going to kind of go over this in this vlog and how I'm doing everything. So right now we picked out a wedding budget. I'm not going to go over what our budget is, but it's just what is good for us. And if we need to spend a little extra, we are okay with spending a little bit of extra money if it's something that we really want and feel like our wedding day would be more special if we spent that money. We are also looking at wedding vision boards, kind of playing around what we want the day to look like, creating a timeline. I know you probably already saw, but we also did our groomsmen and bridesmaids proposals at Spruzo's and Palm Beach. That was so beautiful. I am grateful for the people that surround us, our team. We love them truly. Everyone that was there, we are so excited to have them stand by our side as part of our day. I'm also just looking over, if you see me glancing over, I'm just looking at my computer screen. I have a checklist that I am using. I got off of Krista Kennedy on YouTube, or her name is Krista Jarvis. She got married on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of her wedding vlogs, and she created a wedding timeline and kind of checklist that I love. If you want me to share the link, I will share the link to her YouTube video where she provided it in her comment section, so that way you have it. I don't want to steal and take credit for something that's not mine. It's just been helpful for me using it. You can check your progress off. It's just so amazing. And I'll also link how I have been doing it and what I've tailored to myself. I'm also using Canva for wedding planning as well. Just checklist, putting a vision board of what I like, what I want the day to look like. So it's been pretty great with that. I also have we've chosen our venue, our wedding date. I said wedding planner. We did have a DJ, however, we chose not to continue with him. I'm not going to go into detail with that, but just know it was more so of a communication thing. And I feel like if you can't communicate now, then you're not going to be able to communicate later on down the line. And so I just decided that for my wedding day, I want everything to go smoothly, so I'm not going to have the lack of communication. Now, although we are still 18 months or so out, for me, I feel like this is such an important day. And if you are not happy with your vendors, if it's someone that's not communicating, if you feel like you are not getting the service that you require, that you need, choose someone else. You want to be happy with all your vendors. You want your wedding day to go as smoothly as possible. You only get married once, maybe twice for some people, it's okay. But you only get married. My wedding day, I want it to be the most happiest time of my life. So I decided to choose someone else. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I've also done my research on photographers and videographers. I have a couple of names that I'm researching. I have maybe 2 or 3 names that I'm researching, but me and Gio are making the final decision sometime this week. We also are looking into engagement areas that we want to do our engagement shoot at. So I will keep you updated on that. We do plan on taking our engagement photos in November or December. So I can't wait to share those with you and give you some more insight. So another thing that we also have done is with our venue, we got a really good deal. They were having a sale, so they had $3,000 off that they were offering during the time that we were looking at our venue. So we got it at a great deal, which included our caterer. It included our bar, so open bar for 5 hours. We got the cold sparklers. There's so much things that they offered, which I feel like we got such a great deal for, and that's ultimately why we chose our venue. It's very beautiful. We are getting married in Fort Lauderdale area. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to share the venue name just to give us some privacy, and it's just such an exciting time. Another thing that we are doing is we went over our invitations. So we are using Truly Engaging for our invitations. I'm not doing save the dates. I know a lot of people want save the dates or do them, and I don't knock their hustle, but for me, I'm just not gonna go ahead and do it. I can send something out. I do. A lot of our family knows already that we are getting married, so I feel like word of mouth is spreading. They know already, and so I'll just go ahead and just send the invitations when the time is due, and then I'll text our family members letting them know that we sent the invitations out. We're using Truly Engaging. It is a website that I found using Google, and I saw a lot of brides talking about it as well on YouTube and the Facebook groups that I'm in. It is much cheaper than what you would get on Zola or Zazzle. I feel like it's one of the best priced. And you can design your wedding invitations using their templates. I love it. I've seen a couple other ones. I also make templates on Canva. And of course, I could have designed my own wedding invitations. But I just wanted to do something different. I just wanted to take the hassle out of doing it and let somebody else handle that for me without having to do that. We also have picked out a lot of important dates that we are going into. So our bachelorette and bachelor trip, we are thinking about dates. We are researching places that we want to go. We have also are looking at rehearsal dinner locations. Of course, it has to be in South Florida. So we're looking at places. Me and Gio picked out a couple restaurants that we want to go eat at. And then we're going to kind of see how we like the vibe. Is the food worth it? And then get some more information from the restaurant if we ultimately pick it. I want the aesthetic to be nice. I want to decorate it the night before the wedding, of course. Make everything nice. I have a vision that I want for our wedding, and I can't wait to execute and show you guys what it looks like. I'm so excited, you guys, like so excited. This is something I've always dreamed of. If you know me, you know I have been on Pinterest planning my wedding forever. I have things saved. My bridesmaids were making fun of me because I bought these Disney pins 4 years ago. Of course, just manifesting my wedding so I can pass it on for the day. I also have some things that we bought off of Temu and AliExpress and some wedding decorations. So the tariffs, y'all, the tariffs, the T word that's been going around everywhere. Me and Gio knew the tariffs were coming, so we decided that we were going to buy our wedding decorations before that hit because I didn't want to have to pay a little bit extra. Of course, it's not that bad. Like, honestly, they're not that bad, but a lot of people and a lot of brides in my Facebook groups are complaining because of the tariffs. They are wanting things. There are certain things they had in their carts that are gone. They're not able to purchase anymore, and it actually sucks because once you've been building up your cart thinking you're going to purchase it, and then boom, it's gone. So we decided that we were going to purchase our decorations. We spent, I'm gonna say, rough estimate, we spent maybe $2,000 to $3,000 just sharing. Okay, don't judge. Just sharing about of decorations that we wanted to purchase, that we knew we were going to need for the wedding, that we knew we were going to be able, we had to provide for ourselves. Our venue does provide a lot. So they offer tables, they offer chairs, they offer chiavery chairs for the ceremony. They also provide linens. They give the setup for the dinnerware. So much things they provide, but there are certain things that they don't provide, of course. So we do need to bring to the venue. as well as florals, centerpieces. So I am deciding to use faux florals for our centerpieces and a lot of the pieces that we want for decorations in our wedding. I am going to probably use some real flowers for the bouquets. Of course, I haven't decided as of yet what I'm going to do for that, but I am just still kind of figuring it out along the way. So we ordered our decorations. We got those. We put them in storage. We have been storing them. So it was a lot of things. We still have to go through it. I want to separate them, put them in clear bins, and then I'll make a separate video going over what we got. I also include the link in the video, but I'm going to share a couple things that I received at the apartment today. You guys are in luck. I got some things in, so I want to share what I got. So we got these super cute vow books. So you can see hers. I don't know if you can see this, y'all, but it is like a linen. Just, oh my God, it's so nice inside. The pages are lined. I love this gold right here. I love this. I thought this was super cute. This is hers, and it says wedding vows. And then his wedding vows. This is so cute. This is Gio's. Okay, I can include the link below in this video. I got this off of Amazon. Very inexpensive. I think we paid maybe $12 for this, for the both of them. Very, very inexpensive. It's so nice. I loved it. I saw a lot of people posting where they got theirs from. Some people got Temu, AliExpress. I just went on Amazon. I thought it would just be the simpler way to just order it off there, and they had great deals on them. So don't hesitate to look on Amazon. We also saw some table numbers that someone was selling, the stone table numbers, and they were so adorable, guys. They were beautiful. That's the latest trend, a lot of stone, earthy tones that people are doing, and I saw them. I love them, but I was not going to pay $14 a piece for one table number. I don't care what y'all say. That's maybe a great deal for some people, but I am a crafty person. I DIY a lot of stuff. I have my Cricut. I work a lot on Canva. I have my Etsy store. So I knew I would be able to execute the look that I'm going for, and I could do it myself. So I'm showing you an example of what I have. So these are super cute. This is table number 2. They're so cute. They'll have a base on them. I haven't finished them yet, but this is just what I have done so far. I got these at Floor and Deco. Floor and Deco. Some tile. That's where everybody been getting them from. If you watch TikTok, just check on TikTok. They will tell you how to do it. It is super easy, y'all. If you don't want to pay the people, check TikTok, okay? We have also gotten this guest book. So I'm not doing a regular guest book. I have a couple forms of guest books that I want. I didn't want to do the traditional guest book everybody signed. You could barely read anyone's signature. So we decided that we're going to do a Polaroid guest book. So I got this off of Temu. It doesn't say anything special on it. If we want to include our wedding day, I'll pull out my Cricut and make a nice sticker to customize and personalize it. But it just says guest book. It's so cute. Inside, you can see it's so just gold, white. The pages are lined. They can put their pictures on this side. And then they have right here the line that they can sign. Or if they want to include a message, that's nice as well. Or just put pictures on it. So we'll include the Polaroids at our guest table and welcome table for the guests to sign during the reception area. We also went on Temu. I'm going to pull it out the pack. And they have so much, y'all. If you guys haven't ordered off Temu, I'm not gatekeeping. Go and order, okay? Go and order your stuff. A lot of the personalizations, it's trial and error. I will tell you, not everything's great on Temu. Not everything is great on Temu. But I have had I'm going to say 80%, no, 90% of the stuff that I have ordered have been great off of Temu. I always look at the comments. I always do my research on it. And then sometimes you just have to blind buy and hope that what you ordered is great. But so far, 90% of the stuff that I have bought on Temu, just in general, have come out great. And I am not complaining. So this is one of the great buys that I have got. So, let me try to block this out. So right here, I'm just trying to block out our kind of wedding day. So let me just show you guys. So right here, these cute little stickers, they say GNV. Okay, me and Gio got those. So when we do our invitations, then we can put them on the invitations and seal the envelope with, or whatever we kind of want to personalize and put our personal touches on them, then we can use these stickers. We also, I don't know if you could see it on our Bridesmaids boxes, we got a personal wax seal made as well. It looks similar to this off of Temu. I think it cost me like $5, and they put our initials on it. They put our wedding date on it. It came out so cute. There's multiple ones that you can get off of there, but those were just a steal. So they do sell the handle separately. If you can't get the handle, buy it off of Amazon, or Michael sells it as well as Hobby Lobby. Then we bought these. Y'all, this is my favorite purchase I got off of Temu. These bows. I know you guys seen me post them on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts. These bows were a steal. I want to say each was like $8 off of Temu. And they are actually meant for dresses. They have like this pin in the back, but I didn't want to use them for dresses. I wanted to repurpose them. I saw so many people repurposing them, so I'm going to repurpose them. And I was able to pull out my Cricut and make it as a reserved sign. I don't know if you can see this. It says reserved. It looks so cute. And these are going to go on our chairs. The first 2 rows of chairs for the ceremony. We're going to reserve it for family and our bridal party. So we want to make sure they can see this. I got 4 of these, each at $8 a piece. I will include the link for you. And then this vinyl, oh my gosh, it's luxury. I got this off of Temu. I'm so sad. I should have bought more. When I tell you, vinyl is so hard to work with. It's so hard to find. And it's not like a gold. It's gold, but it's a chrome gold. It is so luxurious. It blends in perfectly. And the seller does not sell it anymore. After the tariffs, they disappeared. They are gone. So I'm trying to find a similar color to it. I found something similar on Amazon. I am going to order it and hope that it color matches, because I really would love to have some more details with this color vinyl on it. So I am going to show you guys some more things I got. Okay. And then as well as the first wedding thing that I made that everyone saw, and it was missing the E in the video that I made, but I have since fixed that, was the bar sign, the fabric bar sign. I absolutely love this sign. So this is it. These are all our spirits that we are going to have at our wedding. So I made this already. This is going to be for our outside bar that we are going to have during our ceremony area. I'm going to make it very nice, have it all nicely decorated. It's going to be so pretty. I can't wait to see how everything executes. Our colors, if you can't tell, are just light and airy, white, cream, beige. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm going to go on my computer and also see what else I haven't touched base on. I also have started our wedding website. I'm so early. I know we don't have any engagement photos yet, but I kind of wanted to get started on that. I will tell you guys a lot of things I do it early because I am a planner as well as I am a busy person. I'm working full time. I'm a full time mom as well. I have my son. I am a fiance, so I like to dedicate my time to my relationship. I'm a big family person. I love my family. So I have so much things. And also my sister's getting married next year. My cousin is getting married next year. I have so many weddings to go to. I am the maid of honor for my sister's wedding. So I don't want to neglect her at all. I want to be able to give her her time as well as be happy for myself as well. And she is my matron of honor, of course. So we are kind of back and forth between the things that we are doing. So we're trying to make sure that we give each other enough time. And that is why I am planning early. So that way she's not neglected. I'm not neglected. We have both the things that we're doing. Another thing, besides the wedding website that we have done, we created a guest count. So our guest is about 120 to 30 people. It's so unfortunate because I have a big family and we can't invite everyone. I know it's so hard, and it's so hard for me to choose because y'all, I'm friends with everybody. I love everybody. So it's so hard having to choose and pick between those who can come. I know it's going to be a lot of rifts and relationships and just between having to tell people that they can't come. I'm so sorry, but it's not an easy decision at all. Like I always hear people say, "Oh yeah, I didn't get invited to so and so's wedding, whatever the case is." And I hope I always understood. I always understood, and sometimes you did feel some type of way about not being invited to someone's wedding, but then you realize when you're going through it, what it's like. And y'all, it is hard. I don't know if y'all can hear my little man in the back. He is watching his show, his favorite show. So if you guys hear him, don't mind. He's just living his best life right now while mom's recording. Another thing we are going to be tackling in the upcoming months. Let me take a look here. So I found my bridal team. So the people I want to do my hair, makeup, the bridesmaids makeups. We also chose the tuxes that we want the groomsmen to wear, the bridesmaids dresses, the flower girl dress. So we have done that. We know where we want to go to. And so I am sending that information to my bridesmaids, my bridal party. Chio's groomsmen got the information as well. And they are going to be handling that. I put all the information in there. I try to give them as much information as I can as it gets there, because a lot of people that are walking in my wedding are walking in my sister's wedding, which is so exciting. We get to have them both by our side because of course we're close to our family, so we are just over the moon, y'all. Our support system is great. They all have been like there for the both of us. They're showing out, showing up, and that's what I love. The vendors that I'm currently talking to are makeup artists. I haven't reached out to hair yet. I'm also researching my rentals. I will tell y'all, if you have your vendors that you want to go with, go ahead and book them. If you can, book them as early as possible. They get booked up very quickly. You'll be surprised. Everyone keeps telling me, you are so early. You're so early. All my friends are saying you're early, but I am not. I had actually one of the vendors I wanted to work with for our custom seating chart. She is booked up. She does such a beautiful job, but I expected nothing less. Of course she's booked up because she does such a great job with these custom seating charts. And so I am looking for someone else that I feel like the other quality of work will match just what I want to go for. I was so dead set on picking this person, and now they're booked up. So I'm hoping maybe she has a cancellation, but I'm not betting my money on it. And we are looking for other vendors. So one thing that my coordinator did say when I met with her is, if you know what vendors that you want to go for, go ahead and book them, because you don't know what's going to happen later on down the line if you wait so often, how far out you wait, and then they're booked up. So that's why when I found my vendor, like, I'm looking at actually are doing cake tasting really soon. We're probably going to do cake tasting in December. I have been talking to a vendor in Miami, and she is sending me all the information. I know what our photographer, so our photographer and videographer actually said the one that we want to go with possibly said that they won't book out until 15 months before the wedding. So that's about August. So we're going to reach out back in August when we are thinking if we want to book them or not. I am still doing some research on some other vendors, like I said, but we'll go ahead and go down the line. Also, we have rentals. Rentals are the hardest thing right now because you have to kind of have a vision of what you want to go for, and then you have to find those. The hardest problem I'm having right now, and I saw another YouTuber talk about this, is trying to find a vendor that rents out things, everything that you need, and not bouncing around to multiple rentals, because you have if you find three people that rent out things and they're all bringing three things, they all have to drop it off, set it up. It's just a lot, and it would be nice if I can find one person that rents out everything that I need, and then I go ahead and have that one person. It's a lot of contracts to go through, a lot of things, and trying to handle it. And I am very organized, of course, but it's just I don't need three people showing up to drop off things. So I found someone that I'm working with right now that has mostly everything that I need. So that's going to be great. I'm just waiting for her to get back some finalizations and the final invoice to me. And then I'll probably book her later on this month. Bless you, my son. So yeah, I will tell you guys in this process that I'm going through, and I will talk about this later in other videos, but it is a lot for the small stuff. The small stuff add up. You would think about the littlest things, and everyone has advice to share with you. You see so many people talking on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and I try to take all that information in, but with a grain of salt. The things that I need, I write down. The things that I know I'm not going to use, then I just set aside. But just trying to get all that information in is a lot. You get so much things that people offer you. They say, oh, you need this, you need that. I try to watch the videos of people that say things that they regretted not having at their wedding, because I also want to make sure I get all my stuff. But just the small stuff add up. So if you know there's something that you're like, oh my God, I might forget to do this, write it down. Write it down. That's why I got notes on my phone. So I know that I'm a mom, I get busy. So when I remember something, I know, and y'all, I think a lot. While I'm waking up to feed my son, I think a lot. At like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I post on Instagram. I'm usually up feeding him. And that is when most of my thoughts come through. So when I get that thought real quick, I write it down so I don't forget it later. So I will tell y'all, it's the small stuff. Like you have to think about where you're going to stay for the wedding nights, okay? And as well as, a lot of people don't think about this. So if you're staying at a hotel and you go in the night before, a lot of checkout times are like 11, 12, right? For your hotel. So most likely you are probably going to need to get your hotel for 2 days. A lot of hotels they'll say that they'll do late checkout. And I watched this happen where they said to my cousin that they were going to do a late checkout, and they kicked us out the room. So make sure you guys are checking with your hotels that they do late checkout. Get something in writing, but you're probably going to need to rent the room out for 2 nights. So if you want to get like a big hotel room, and then you and your husband come back to the hotel and sleep there. Or think about an Airbnb. But again, remember that Airbnb is the same thing as hotels. They also don't offer late checkout. So if your wedding's late in the evening, yeah, you're going to need to get them for 2 days. Just remember that. As well as transportation. How are you getting to and from the reception area or the ceremony area, and how you're getting back to the hotel. A lot of people forget how they're getting back. You have to think about those stuff. So it's just small stuff that you have to remember to book. And that's what we're going through and making sure we get everything. So pretty much we have went over like what my wedding planning is for. I will say, so the things I will say for you guys to start doing, think about your budget. Think about what you want to spend for your wedding, and also have a safety fund just in case you have something that you either want or something is more expensive than you would have thought. Research your vendors for sure. Start creating a list of your vendors. Create a guest count, because a lot of places and your venues are going to ask you who your vendors are or how many, what guest count that you are thinking of. So you want to make sure that you have that, as well as do not give them the full count of your guest list. If you think you're going to have 150 people, tell them 120, because I learned that you can always add, but you cannot take out. So if you tell the venue 150 people, they are going to bill you for 150 people. You will not be able to get 30 people back. You will not be able to take 30 people off, and they will not give you that money back. So start off low and then work your way up. If you need to add anyone once you get the final RSVPs back, then of course you do that. That is pretty much the whole gist of what I have. Just write everything down, create a list. So I saw a lot of people do, to book, to DIY. Create yourself a list and then have that in full effect. Write the things that you know you're going to need to do. Write the things you know you're going to need to book. Write the things you know you're going to need to DIY. Create yourself a list. Find a wedding planner, like a planner itself to write things down in. Or if you're an online person, online, Etsy has a lot of templates. Or a lot of people, I would say, before you go on Etsy, people have a lot of free templates, so look those up as well. And think about who you want to surround your day, who you want with you. Choose positive people around you. Choose people that you know is going to show up and show out. And don't be sad or don't feel bad for people who are making you feel bad for not choosing them in your wedding party. I know it sucks, it's so hard, but yeah, your cousin that you talked to 40 years ago, or and there's no shade to anyone either, or like the friend that you haven't talked to in 2 years but you guys talk to occasionally. Yeah, I'll just say choose your guest list wisely. But that is all the time, and I will get back with you guys as I do things throughout the wedding planning process, things that we do. I'll kind of create a video each month and fill you guys in on how we are doing, what we are doing. And if you want me to do more videos or you need links to someone, you can reach out to me on Instagram, TikTok. I am an open book. I love to share. I love to send my information. I do not gatekeep anything. And I will include links below of the things that we have gotten already. I love you all. XOXO.